Hello everybody, Mrs. Burton here again for our third math lesson of the week. Here's our retrieval questions. First one is something we did yesterday, isn't it? The day after Tuesday is, can you write down just the day that comes after Tuesday? What number is this? Look, it's Dean's with tens and ones. 1/2 of 8 equals what? And which shape is an oblong? Give yourself 5 minutes to do these and then turn the video back on to find the answers. So the first question, the day after Tuesday, let me think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Did you spell it right though? If you look at how Wednesday is spelt and you were to sound it out, it sounds like Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Okay, what number is this? Well, I've got a 10 and some ones, so I'm going to count this one in tens and then add on in ones. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1 10 and 4 ones is 14. 1/2 of 8. Remember, half is one of 2 equal parts, so I'm going to draw my 2 parts with boxes. Do my 8 dots shared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at the top of the fraction again. The numerator is 1, so I'm just going to count the dots in one of those parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/2 of 8 is 4. And the last one, which shape is an oblong? Well, if you've learnt some of the properties of 2D shapes, you will know that an oblong is going to have 4 vertices or 4 corners and 4 straight sides. 2 of the sides will be shorter and 2 will be longer. So the answer is C. If you said A, no, that's a triangle. And B, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices or corners, that's a pentagon. The shape that was an oblong was C. Right, could you write your title and WE in your book, please? The title today is Place Value, so pause the video while you're doing that. Okay, let's have a look at the first question, number 1. Now, before I write down the number, the first thing I'm going to do is make a tens and ones grid. So I'm going to put a capital T for tens in one of the squares in my book, and a capital letter O for ones in the next square. Then I'm going to draw a little line down and a little line underneath them. So now I've got room for my number in a tens and ones grid. So I'm going to write the 1 first, then the 3. And our job today is to think about the place value of each digit in that number 13. If I look at the 1, if I draw a line sloping down this way, how much is that 1 worth? What's its value? Well, it's 1/10, isn't it? So that has a value of 10. The 3, though, if we draw a line going this way, is that 3 tens? No, it's 3 ones. So that only has a value of 3. So in a 2-digit number like 13, the first digit is the number of tens you've got. The second digit is the number of ones you've got. 1/10 is 10. 3 ones is just 3. So I've partitioned my number to show the value of each digit, and that's how we're going to record it in our books in a little diagram like this. So let's do the second one. If I'm careful, I should be able to keep my tens and ones grid. You're going to probably have to draw a new one for each question in your book, okay? So I'm going to change my question number to number 2, okay? If you watch carefully, I'm going to do this one without telling you what I'm doing. See if you can work it out. Okay, so what I did, I put my 2-digit number in my tens and ones place value grid. The 2 came first, look, then the 4. So I had 2 tens, and I counted 2 fingers in tens. 10, 20. So the 2 tens has a value of 20. Then the 4 was just 4 ones. A 1, a 1, a 1 and a 1. And that's 4, isn't it? So that has a place value of 4. Okay, let's look at number 3. Just need to rub out some of my numbers. So question 3, I've got the number 15, the 1 first, then the 5. How much do you think this 1 is worth? What's its value? It's 110, isn't it? So that has a value of 10. And how much is 5 ones? 1, a 1, a 1, a 1 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 5. So 15 is made up from a 1 that has a value of 10 and a 5 that has a value of 5. Okay, and question 4. Hopefully I can rub out the right numbers. So let's put my number in my tens and ones place value grid. The 2 comes first and the 6 next for 26. How much do you think the 2 is worth? What's its value? It's 2 tens. So hold up 2 fingers and let's count them in tens. 10, 20. So the 2 has a value of 20. And let's hold up 6 fingers and count them in ones. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 just has a value of 6. Right, you're going to write this one in your book, okay? So you're going to need to pause the video while you're doing the question, WE, and making your tens and ones place value grid and putting your 17 in it. So pause the video while you have a go and then you can check if you've got it right with me. Okay, so tens and ones, a line down the middle, a line underneath. Put in your 1 and your 7 for 17. Okay, can you draw a line coming slightly to the side and down from the 1? What's the value of 110? 1 counted in tens. 10. So you need to put 10 down there underneath the 1. That has a value of 10. Then a line coming this way from the 7. What's the value of 7 ones? Let's get 7 fingers ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. So 17, the 1 has a value of 10 and the 7 has a value of 7. So here's some for you to have a go at. You're going to need to make yourself a tens and ones grid for every single question. Okay, have a go. Okay, well, if you've had a go at that, I think I'll show you quickly the answers. So number 1, 12, hopefully you've put it in a tens and ones grid. The 1 has a value of 10, the 2 has a value of 2. Question 2, 26, the 2 has a value of 20 and the 6 has a value of 6. Question 3, 18. The 1 has a value of 10 and the 8 has a value of 8. Question 4, 21. The 2 has a value of 20 and the 1 has a value of 1. Question 5, 18. The 1 is just 110, so that has a value of 10. And the 8 is 8 ones, that has a value of 8. Question 6, 25. The 2 has a value of 20 because it's 2 tens, and the 5 has a value of 5 because it's 5 ones. Question 7 is 19. The 1 has a value of 10 and the 9 has a value of 9. Question 8, 23. The 2 has a value of 20 and the 3 has a value of 3. Question 9, number 17. The 1 has a value of 10 and the 7 has a value of 7. And the last one from that section, question 10, is number 23. 2 10s is 20, so the 2 has a value of 20, and 3 1s is 3. The 3 has a value of just 3. So that's the end of our fluency part of the lesson. We're going to move on and do some knowledge. So I'm going to click and some different 2D shapes are going to come up. Can you shout out what they are? Circle, triangle, pentagon. 1 2 3 4 5 vertices. Remember, penta means 5. 5 vertices or corners is a pentagon. Hexagon. It's got 1 2 3 4 5 6 corners. Hexa means 6. Hexagon. This one is an oblong. Sometimes you'll see it called a rectangle as well. And a square. Okay, so just take a couple of minutes and tell a grown-up or one of your brothers or sisters what each shape is on that slide. You can pause the video while you do it. Okay, so moving on, we're going to use those shapes to make what's called a repeating pattern. It's a pattern of shapes where the same thing happens over and over again. So if you say the names of these shapes, it's going to help you to work out whether it's shape A or shape B that needs to come next. So I'll show you. Square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle. What comes next? Well, if you look, every time there was a triangle, after it came a square. It's a triangle, then a square. There were never 2 triangles together, so it's not going to be a triangle next. It's going to be the square. So for number 1, I can just write A. A was the answer. Square. Have a look at question 2. See if I can work it out. I think it's going to be B, because we've got 1 circle and 2 oblongs. 1 circle, 2 oblongs. 1 circle. There should be 2 oblongs and there's only 1, so it's going to be B for the oblong to come next in that pattern. Okay, number 3. What am I going to do first? That's right, I'm going to say the names of the shapes in the pattern to help me. Square, triangle, circle. Square, triangle, circle. Oh, I can see square, triangle, circle twice. Can you see square, triangle, circle? And then again, square, triangle, circle. So what am I going to need next? What always comes after the circle? It's a square, isn't it? So the answer's B. Okay, this one's for you to do. So what I want you to do is every time there's a new question, I want you to pause the video while you work out which shape comes next and turn the video back on again and I'll give you the answer. Okay, so number 4 goes triangle, oblong, circle, triangle, oblong, circle, triangle. It's A. That's what should come next, the triangle. What about this one? It's going oblong, circle, square. Oblong, circle, square. What comes after the square? The oblong. The answer was A. Have a go at this one. Did you look at how many triangles there are? There's always 1 triangle followed by 2 circles. So triangle, 2 circles. Triangle, 2 circles. What comes after the 2 circles? Have a look here, 2 circles. Triangle. A was the answer. How about this one? Which shape comes next? Oblong square, oblong square, oblong square, oblong square. It was A. Oh, colours this time. Two blue, 1 yellow. 2 blue, 1 yellow. What comes after the 1 yellow? 2 blues. Oh, yeah. So that would be the next one. If we had another one as well, we'd need another of those blue bits, wouldn't we? The answer's B. Well, this one's got 3 different colours. Can you work out what comes next? Red, black, green, green. Red, black, green, green. What comes after the green, green? Oh, look here. Green, green. Then red. Yeah. Black. So not that one, this one. Red, black, green, green. Red, black, green, green. It's A. Number 5. We've got different sizes of squares this time. What size square will come next? Big square, little square. Big square, little square. Big square, little square. It was A. Oh, it's getting more complicated. We've got triangles and 2 different sizes of circles. What will be next? Triangle, small circle, big circle. Triangle, small circle, big circle. Triangle. What comes after the triangle? Well, after that triangle came a small circle. After that triangle came a small circle. So after this triangle, we need a small circle. The answer was B. Different sizes of houses now. Which one will come next? Big house, little house. Big house, little house. Big house, little house. The answer was A. Back to different colours again. What comes next? Blue, red, red. Blue, red, red. Blue. What always comes after the blue? Red. After this blue? Red. So after this blue we need red. It's B. Okay, what comes next in this pattern? Big triangle, circle, little triangle. Big triangle, circle, little triangle. Big triangle, circle. What comes after the circle? Little triangle. After the circle? Little triangle. So after the circle, the little triangle, B. And number 10, which comes next? 2 red, 2 blue. 2 red, 2 blue. It's B. Okay, so my challenge for reasoning is draw your own repeating pattern using 3 shapes. Right, I think I'll use a triangle and a square and a circle. So let's see what pattern I can make. I'm going to use 2 triangles and a circle and then a square. And then I'm going to repeat it to make it be a repeating pattern. So 2 triangles again, then a circle, then a square. So these are the shapes I'm choosing from. What comes after my square? 2 triangles. What do you think is going to be next? Well, earlier 2 triangles were followed by a circle. 2 triangles followed by a circle. So 2 triangles followed by a circle. So the challenge for you today for your reasoning is, can you choose just 2 shapes, 2 2D shapes, and make your own repeating pattern? If you succeed in making a really good repeating pattern, don't forget to email us a photo to year1.drive@fullbridgeacademy.co.uk. Okay, so we've just got 3 lessons for this week for maths. What I'd like you to do tomorrow, and as many days as you can, is make sure you're logging on to TT Rockstars and practicing your times tables, okay, because we're going to keep having different battles coming up and different things to do. I'm going to be looking each week to see which class is doing the most TT Rockstars. So keep on practicing. When we're all back to school together, your times tables will always come in useful. Hope you enjoyed your lesson today. See you soon. Bye.